I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Nicole.
And we're here live in the kitchen making a childhood favorite snack, fruit roll-ups. You love fruit roll-ups?
Yeah.
I do too. I remember being in school and that strawberry fruit roll-ups being part of my lunch growing up. It's just so fun having that leather and pulling it and eating it. But it can be loaded with sugar and dyes, so it's really simple to make homemade fruit roll-ups. We're going to dehydrate them in the oven. I don't have a dehydrator, so I'm going to show you how simple it is, because cooking and baking really can be an experiment sometimes. I mean, how many times have you experimented in baking? So this is kind of like an experiment. It's super simple. The process takes the most time in actually dehydrating it in your oven. So I've set my oven at the lowest temperature, which is going to be 170 degrees on most ovens. So you just set it at 170, and I've taken a sheet pan and lined it with parchment paper. You may have silicone pads, you can definitely use that as well. And then we're going to just add fruit in a blender, make a puree, and just let it slow cook all day long. So we're going to do a berry fruit roll up. I have about 4 cups of berries already washed and sliced. It's mostly strawberries with a few blueberries. If I had blackberries or raspberries, that would be good too. So why don't you dump that in there, Nicole?
Okay. All of it?
All of it.
Okay.
A little bit of those juices,
one
that's
side.
okay. And to sweeten it, we're just going to use about 2 tablespoons of honey. That's just going to be our natural sweetener.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Okay, we're also going to add a little bit of lemon juice. This is going to keep the fruit nice and bright as it's dehydrating. Okay, Nicole, so you're going to take this hand, hold it, put your other hand underneath it, and squirt it on your hand. That's our trick. Okay, I don't see any pits, but you don't want to have pits in this, so I always just squeeze like that. So let's see your muscles, Nicole. Get it all. You got it? And get your paper towel. Kids just love to get their hands in there, right, when they're cooking. Okay, here, you can wipe your hands off.
I'm gonna squeeze it.
Okay, that's good. Go wash your hands. Okay, wash your hands with water. Okay, so we have our berries, we have our honey, and we have a little bit of lemon juice. All right, and we're just going to blend it. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's okay. We don't mind, the little strawberry seeds in there. If you don't want any little bits of seeds and you want it completely smooth, you can take a strainer, strain it out from the blender, and then use that puree. So what we're going to do is just simply pour the puree. What? Pour the puree onto the baking sheet. So like I said, this was 4 cups of berries. If you do more, it's going to be too thick on the baking sheet, because the key to making these is having it super thin. You want it only about 1/8 of an inch thick. So we're just going to take our spreader and you just gently,
Can I spread a little bit?
if you want to, go ahead. You just gently want to spread it all out on the baking sheet. Now, what other flavors would be good, Nicole? Here, I'll spread it. You think about the flavors.
Be like a tropical with mango, pineapple, and peach. And it could just be like a grape with maybe some blueberries or something. Those would be good.
That would be good. Peach would be good too. Maybe peach and nectarine combo.
Yeah, we could do this another time too.
We could just go on binges of making homemade fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Okay, so the edges, just like when you make brownies or cake, the edges always cook first. So you really want to make sure that the middle is really flattened out. Flatten it out almost till you start to see the paper. You just want to cover the hole, but that's how thin you want it to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise it won't cook, because the purpose of dehydrating is to extract the moisture. So you're really just drying out the puree. Okay. Because what will happen is the top will get cooked, dried out, the bottom will get dried out, but then you'll have a whole bunch of puree stuck in the middle that never gets dried out.
Hi, Connie.
Okay. All right, that looks good. So let's show them what this looks like. Okay, so you just, like I said, flatten it out. You put it in your oven for about 4 to 5 hours. So it's on 170 for at least 4 to 5 hours. And you can check it after about 5 hours. You'll see the edges real hard, but if it feels tacky, it's not ready yet. So this one we did last night. I had cut a few strips off, but I wanted to leave some intact to show you how to do it. Go ahead, show them. So the parchment paper is attached. So when they eat it, go show them how they eat it.
So you could just peel it off if you want to.
Okay.
And then just
Just eat it. So what you want to do is have your cooking scissors and you just cut the strips. So you maybe want to cut like 1-inch strips.
Yeah.
You do want to let this cool for several hours. So once you take it out of the oven and it's ready and all dehydrated, just let it cool for a few hours. And then you can cut it into your strips and just store it in an airtight container. It will stay for about 2 weeks in an airtight container. You can cut them in different sizes, or you can actually, roll them up, because the parchment paper is on the back, and you can make little rolls and then just stick them in your container. If you're going out for a picnic or you want some snacks, they're all ready to go, and you can have them in your baggie.
This is really good.
Really good, and it's homemade. All it is berries and a little bit of honey and some lemon juice. No sugar, no dyes. So it's really healthy and fun. So try these out. It's a great experiment, to do, to play around with the different flavors. We have some comments here. Hi, great. All right, I'm so glad that you're joining us. Next Friday, we're making homemade hummus. It's a great source of protein, and all your kiddos who love to dip will love hummus. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Oh,
Yeah,
and just one other thing. In the comments, I will be including a fact sheet. Rutgers puts out some wonderful fact sheets about food safety and food preservation. So we have a fact sheet on dehydration, dehydrating your foods. So if you want to learn more, you want to get some tips, maybe you want to, there's machines out there where you can actually much quicker dehydrate your foods rather than doing it in the oven. And you can make homemade fruit crisps and vegetable crisps, banana chips. Jerky is really popular. So this might be something that if you've never tried it before, it might be a new hobby, right? So look for that fact sheet. I'll put it in the comments.
Connie asks, can you freeze these for longer storage?
Can you freeze them? You know what? That is a good question. I can find out. I don't know. I've never freeze them, but I will find out and I will put it in the comments and tag you on that, Connie. Thank you for the question. But like I said, store it in an airtight container just on the counter. But they're so tasty. They're gonna go. I bet my family will eat this all today. I don't need a container. They're gonna eat it all day, right? Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Bye.